Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel on this Friday morning, but apparently someone out there thinks it's Monday because we got some deal news in the food distribution space potentially this morning. Val, good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Yes, some speculation of M&A activity in the food distribution industry. Performance Food has attracted takeover interest from US Foods, and we're seeing a reaction in pre-market already. Performance Foods up nearly 9%, and U.S. Foods, the downside, down 1.3%. This is a potential deal that would create a food distribution company with combined sales of roughly $100 billion. U.S. Foods supplies restaurants, hospitals, schools, and hotels. Performance Foods offers a similar service across the U.S. and Canada, but be wary that this deal could face some regulatory scrutiny, Nathan. In fact, a similar takeover of U.S. Food by Cisco was blocked by a judge in 2015. There is no certainty the deliberations will lead to a transaction, sources tell Bloomberg, and representatives for U.S. Foods and Performance Food declined to comment.
Okay, so along with the possible deal news, we've got a smattering of earnings news as well before the official kickoff of earnings season next week. And Levi Strauss, wow.
Yeah, their shares rising sharply so far this morning, up 7%. They see revenue growth offsetting most of its tariff impact, Nathan. That's very interesting that this tariff impact many people are worried about. Levi is not worried at all. Its revenue growth, its sales growth, is going to be rising around 1 to 2% this year. It was above estimates that actually sales would decline 1 to 2%. They did lower their guidance when it came to gross margin, and the company factored in a 30% tariff for products imported from China and a 10% tariff on goods from the rest of the world. So those are the kind of numbers that they were using in this analysis. The CEO, though, said that he is happy with their supply chain and that their exposure to China is minimal. Now, Levi also have had some success with new products. They're dubbing this push head-to-toe denim lifestyle. I don't know if you're a fan of that, Nathan.
Okay.
But it's seeming to paying off for them. They had a recent collab with Nike for denim Nike Air Max sneakers.
They call that the Canadian tuxedo. I digress. We got to take a look at drone stocks as well, because it looks like they're on the move off the back of a Pentagon memo. Yeah,
jumping. We have Red Cat up 17%, AeroVironment up 3%, Kratos Defense up 3.5%. This is all on the back of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth issuing orders to surge the production of drones. This comes from a Fox News report who cited a Pentagon memo that it obtained. The orders allow for commanders to test drones independently and also requires every branch of the military to conduct combat simulations using drones. This is all part of an aggressive push to outpace Russia and China in unmanned warfare. And Hegseth is tearing up red tape in this push. The memo also reclassifies drones from aircraft to more resemble the classification of munitions that will remove drones from legacy tracking systems and simplifies their acquisition. So drone stocks up yet again. It seems like this Pentagon push into unmanned aircraft is benefiting these stocks this morning.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.